Well, yeah, I thought Great Britain were actually going to do it, and that Portuguese comeback was phenomenal. As we're already tipping off in game number 2 here, and of course, when Spain came back to defeat France in game number 2 of their best-of-3 semi-final and won by 25, I think everybody was in shock. All the viewers, you and I, wow, to drop 25 over France was pretty insane. But then, of course, France came back and won by 25 the next game themselves. But we do not have to wait too long, mate, because here they come. And yeah, Tanzu locked in as ever. This is going to be absolutely massive. Good hand up in the passing lane there. Good French defense. Warnos struggling to stay in bounds, does so. 0-0 and another cagey start as we go another 45 seconds with no bucket to start the game, mate.
MMA, let's see the mixed martial arts. They're gonna be swinging, they're gonna be kicking, they're gonna be biting, and they're gonna be fighting. 2-0 right now. France is in the blue and Turkey is in the white. I still want to see people in the chat. I want to see the love for each team, and also I gotta keep shouting it out. Oh, beautiful lay. That survey. All right, I just got word from our producers. We still got a couple more hoodies left. We got a couple of more hoodies left, and as Chris has been saying, Nate in India, we don't have it. All right, definitely fill out that survey. You may get some amazing gear, that FIBA basketball, beautiful 3, but also NBA 2K codes. So you know when you're making your perfect player, you probably don't want to pay for it. So we can give you some nice little boosts to make your personal player the best it can be.
Absolutely. We're going to get our hoodie soon, right? Gorgeous three-pointer there from Breaker to Beast. France up by 3, trying to force a third and decisive game here. As you saw, a foul right there, so France will get the inbounds here. 21 left on the shot clock. Here comes Mamba out. Probably just going to hand it back to Breaker Beast. Does that. Trying to work their pick and roll. Got to watch out for that illegal screen. Oh, Breaker to Beast had a good look at it. Could not get it to drop. And here comes Turkey. Back the other way with a quick angry frustration foul right there. Didn't feel like there was much of a transition happening, but here we go. Going to be interesting to see if we go to a third and final game, Vince, or will Turkey get it done in 2 right here, which again, every single result carries with it its own emotional baggage.
Yep.
And so it's going to be really interesting to see.
Yep. So young, so angry, damn that rap music. But I'm telling you, these kids know how to ball out. 5-4, France up by 1. Shout out to Big Shaq saying France is going to cook. We'll see. They're already down 1. It's a best of 3. And beautiful hand in the passing lane. But then it's a 3-ball corner pocket. No, Jam Boy taking a hesitation. Nice little shuttle pass right there to the short corner. But then K to the problem on top of the key. Giving it to the guard, trying to make sure somebody with handles can survey the land. And a beautiful defense for France being suffocating. No oxygen can be bred there, but Jam Boy once again from 3 and knocking it down, baby. That's how you stroke it green.
And eSmoke 24K in the chat, mate. Turkey want all the smoke right now. So do France, though. There's only so much to go around as Mamba out gets a nice dunk down low. He had probably I would say a personal point high when it came to that game number 1 here against Turkey. Lots of points in the paint, and we're knotted up at 7 apiece. There's just nothing between these two teams. Good defensive rebound, great transition defense though from Turkey. They're hustling back as well as soon as that shot leaves the hand, making sure they're not giving up any fast break buckets right here. Breaker to Beast trying to work that, and that is going to be out of bounds off who though? The Zebras say it's Turkish ball. Really good deal on that pick and roll right there, Vince. You can see these teams just know each other and their tactics so well that honestly it's like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube and make a three-pointer at the same time.
Hey man, they're a family. They're a band of brothers, all right? They know exactly what someone's going to do. They probably got some freaky twin thing too. They know where spot their player is going to be in. But I just want to touch on it right now before it gets crazy. And a beautiful 3 from France right there on the beautiful shoulder. Now, let's just say Turkey takes it. France now has to be on that plane going, we couldn't be the European champions. So I don't know, and I'm going to keep repeating it. It may help them in the long run because then they're going to want to see Turkey as soon as possible in Sweden to take them out. But I have to admit, Turkey are going out with a beautiful boast on their shoulders. I hope they get too overconfident because if they win this, everyone's going to be at their heads for sure.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to find out real quick. I think they already know, though, that the wind blows hardest at the top of the mountain, right, mate? I mean, it is lonely at the top. Heavy weighs the crown as we see great Turkish defense forcing a turnover here. But that's where Tanzu is the difference. That's where that leadership is the difference, where Captain Courageous comes into it, and he will just have the lads ready. And they're ready for it mentally, as we see fantastic ball movement here. Looking for that open shot. They find Tanzu on the outside, and he bangs home, foot on the line, two-pointer. But look at that ball movement right there. After seeing them in real life there, in person, meeting them in Singapore at the Olympic Esport Week, I just don't think any moment is too big for this Turkish team. Will they eventually meet a global opponent that is potentially more skilled than them? USA. Maybe. We got to wait and see. But no moment is going to be too big for them. And I think that immediately makes them favorites for the entire tournament in my eyes. As we get to the end of the first quarter, and it is Turkey by 2 over France in game number 2 here of the European finals. Turkey took game number 1. If they win here, they are the champs of Europe yet again. Both teams are going to Sweden already. But a lot to play for right here, and that's what we're discussing.
Absolutely.
Love to know what chat thinks on the topic, Vince.
Well, chat, what do you guys think about this amazing matchup between Turkey and France? And also, I mean, we talk about USA, but also Brazil. They're still a dope team. They have Nick Cottrell as a coach. You know, they definitely probably improved since we saw them in Singapore. They're definitely a dominant force in South America. Don't sleep on them. But Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic also got some fantastic NBA 2K League players that has a lot of talent that can make sure that those teams may have a chance to have a shot to be on that plane to Sweden. So don't sleep with anybody else. But USA, yes, are definitely on top of that mountain with Turkey. It would be an amazing matchup. But at the same time, the way we've been watching this tournament, it is anyone's game. You just got to have a night and put everything on the floor and have no regrets.
Exactly. Leave it all out there. You know, nobody questions the effort, that's for sure. As we see a good look, but a miss. A great offensive board right there. France get the ball back, just trying to chip away at this small Turkish lead. Oh, nearly got the pickpocket right there. 3 to shoot. Breaker to Beast wants it, gets it. 1 point Turkish lead. Really fantastic possession for France right there.
Absolutely. And also going to the chat, XNC, I hope I'm saying it right, saying great series. Both teams deserve to go to Sweden. And that's what I love about the beautiful sportsmanship and also respect amongst the world. If you're a player when it comes to any sport, you got to recognize talent. You can have rivalries, you know, there's a respect. All right. Yeah, you can hate somebody. You can. But you got to respect the game. A lot of people hated Kobe Bryant, rest in peace to Black Mamba, but you respected his work ethic. And a beautiful 3 from the beautiful shoulder right there on the 16-17 lead going to Turkey. But at the end of the day, I'm loving the community coming together every single day, Chris.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, 𝐒𝐻 saying, I want to see my guys as defending champs. They deserve it. Love both teams. We do too. We love the fact we get to call these games, man, and such high-octane performances. It's awesome. It's the easiest job in the world when the teams are this good, man. But yeah, and you just know how much it means to both sets of players as well.
Yep, you're right.
Both going to Sweden, and no one can take that away from them, no matter who wins and loses here tonight. 𝐼𝐻 banging home a 3, but I got to tell you, it was just the moment I saw Tanzu yelling at the lads, even after they won, after sweeping Portugal. I turned to you, Vince, and I was like, mate, he's on one. These guys are locked in. He doesn't give a crap that they're going to Sweden yet. He wants to win the whole thing here in Europe and then go to Sweden.
Yep, that's what he wants. He wants that 4th ring, trying to be like Golden State. I see you, baby. But anyway, right, you can see 20-18, Turkey up by 2, 2:19 left in the second quarter. The one and only 𝐼𝐻, everyone's looking at you, baby. Let's see if your million fans going to give you some support. Beautiful 3, stroking it green, baby. That should have been on the canvas. That was Michelangelo at his finest.
Oh man, that was gorgeous, as you said, mate. Hang it up in the Louvre. Whoops. Wrong team. But anyway, gorgeous shot right there, and the lead is 5 now Oh, sloppy pass. Jump passes always make me nervous. I don't know about you, Vince, especially coaching. But here comes 𝐼𝐻 again with the three. Nobody got a hand up, and he's just dropped in 3 in a row. And this is a French timeout to say, oh, sacre bleu, we need to stop the bleeding here. Get our heads together. Under 2 to play in the first half here, Vince. Turkey looking to sweep the French. But this guy right here with the rock in hand, 𝙗𝙘𝙬𝙧𝙘𝙝. I call him the remote drop. He to me, is the original Die Hard. When he comes on the television, I gotta watch him. He's that entertaining. A fantastic young man. Gets his pocket picked by Jamboy, and a smart foul right there.
Great small foul, and the man, and Randy, if he hits one more time, if you play beer pong, he'll be heating up, and he just get a free shot. Let's see if he can get it one more time. He's feeling confident. Oh, beautiful behind the back, but great defense from France. The problem, spotting the hot hand. You know he's got his takeover activated. Let's see what he's going to do, but 2-on-1, but beautiful. Nice little slide to the rim, and a easy lay for the big fella. That's how you read the defense and find the easy twos.
The communication on display right there. Another steal right there. It's Tanzu. Captain Fantastic finding 𝐼𝐻, banging home another 3, and they are running away with this one, Vince. Under a minute to play in the first half. Turkey by 13 points, and they just look on fire right now. They're not warmed up, mate. They are literally the Australian outback on fire. This is phenomenal.
When I said Jamboy is insane, Iran is even more. I'm telling you, this guy is him. All right, we know Jamboy can knock it down, but that's what, 5 in a row? Now he's just feeling it. Now he knows that rim is the same size, as I said before, of the ocean. It's like shooting a grape in a lake. He ain't missing nothing. That's what you call precision. That's what you call expertise, and that's what you call a baller in NBA 2K24.
Agreed on all points, my friend. 17 is the lead. Very astute comment in chat as we see another turnover right there. The wheels are falling off the French team here. It's Sensei mentioning how important defense is, and right now, just both ends of the court, Turkey outplaying them, and honestly, absolutely dominating. Here comes 𝐼𝐻. They're going to milk this down to the final shot. They already have a 17-point lead. Any points here, and they are doubling the French team. Tanzu with an off-balance shot. Wouldn't have been what they wanted, but that will be job half done. And now look at the shooting percentages of Turkey. And of course, we're seeing the turnovers. It's something fierce, Vince.
Turnovers are something that's always been a problem when it comes to any team, anytime possession. You got to hold the rock. You got to have possession. You got to make sure you get control, especially with the new patches here in NBA 2K. You know, it's not as simple to get steals. So if you get steals, you know, you deserve it, but then you're being careless with the ball. As you see right here, the commentator's curse. And right there, a beautiful 3. From the deep, our baby from France. Le Bleu is still fighting, and we still have 2 other quarters, 5 minutes on each. Let's see if they can come back.
Yeah, that was a gorgeous shot right there. Nice passage of play right there from the French. That's what they need, exactly what the doctor ordered. And already, though, you are going to see the clock management, game management factor into it here for Turkey as they go for a deep shot on an offensive board right there. Jamboy does have the ball yet again. It is activated. And already here in the third, Vince, they're starting to milk the clock. That is some big, big energy right there.
Really good energy, but as you see, 𝙗𝙘𝙬𝙧 trying to find his big fella on top of the key. I know this play right there. You're going to pass to the left, get a nice pick. Almost got a slip, but then when a 3 comes in, hey, look, give up a good shot for a better shot. 24-37, France is crawling back.
Yeah, exactly. And as you said, that's spot on crawling. Mate, they don't need to overcome the peak right now. Don't look at the mountain. Just chip away at it. Put yourself in a position to make a really nice run down the stretch in the fourth, and just keep taking those easy points so you're within touching distance. We see it time and time again. The good teams are forced to come back, like Portugal over Great Britain earlier. But so far, so good for Turkey as well, as they continue to add buckets. This is just an unstoppable force meeting an immovable object. And today, so far, the unstoppable force, Turkey, is winning.
Oh, yeah, and Turkey has been battling ever since they stepped on the court, though. Didn't have that many easy go-arounds, just let you know. They really fought. They really fought. But as you can see, love battle. Oh, could not knock it down. And shout out to Lights Off NS, you know, represent Turkey. I see the flags, but where are my French people? Where's my Le Bleu? Are you still rooting for your team? I know they're going to Sweden, but they need your passion. They need your support right now, okay? And also, if you have passion for your nation or for your country, you can become a co-streamer here on eFIBA, all right? eFIBA Season 2 has so many different people from around the world definitely represented. So if you want to sign up, click the link if you want to become a co-streamer here on eFIBA Season 2, because we're going to be in Sweden and we're going to need all the help we can get when it comes to the 8 nations all over the world. And you go to eFIBA.basketball as well to get some more information.
Couple of extra shout outs in chat as well. We see Nu, who we know incredibly well. Obviously, as well, the coach for Turkey is in the chat. Demi Rock, good to see you, mate. Hope things are great. And yes, Sim Dope Fresh. Right now, it does just feel as though Turkey have France's number. And yeah, as Sensei says, tough to stop the momentum. But it is not over until it's over. It is a 20-point game. We know and have learned anything about this French team. It's their resilience, and it's their just freaky skills, right, Vince? I mean, if anybody can score 20 points in the blink of an eye, it's somebody like a Breaker to Beast, a Warnos. It can be done well and truly. It's just Turkey already starting to control the clock is going to make it as hard as they possibly can on you. So it is a mountain to climb right now. But here we go, running up that hill. Let's get on with it.
Yep, and as you already know, France has been producing aliens, not just superstars. Victor Wembanyama definitely doing their thing. Hard loss against the Knicks the other night, which was crazy, I gotta admit. I didn't think that was gonna happen, but the Knicks are definitely looking good. But as you see, France, beautiful pass in the rock, cross court, but could not convert. That was a beautiful symphony of being unselfish, but you gotta finish to make it a work of art.
Yeah, unlucky miss right there. Got to take those points when they're on offer. Breaker to Beast got a good look right there. Couldn't make a drop either. And Turkey right now will just be thinking, nearly there, lads. Nearly the champions of Europe once again. They find themselves, I can't believe I'm saying this, Vince, up by 20 over France with a minute to play in the third. With just no end in sight, 22.
And they're not going to stop. And again, shout out to the 26 nations that competed in the Europe region. And as you see, the final two are right here. We got people in the chat. Delo2K said this is going to be 2-1, but it's looking like no. Turkey is trying to make it undefeated. They're trying to make sure they stamp on history that they are the best in Europe, and then be on his way to Sweden in the beautiful city of Jönköping. Oh, rejected again, friend zoned immediately. That to me felt horrible. I'm gonna buy him some flowers or at least some chocolates because he's gonna eat his pain away.
Yeah, he needs a Hallmark card, mate. That was brutal. And then the shot clock violation as a result. Phenomenal defense from Turkey. Yeah, this is a statement game right here. Already controlling the clock in the third quarter. Jamboy open on the wing. He missed, but how is he open, Vince? How do they keep forgetting about this man who has now driven 2 daggers into their hearts? As we are seeing,
I don't know. I think what they're doing, I can see Breaking the Beast right now. It could just be somebody's getting disconnected. They don't want to see it no more. We don't know, but the one thing I do know is that would have been probably a win for Turkey. Sometimes waving the white flag is good enough, but come on, play through the end. That's what we live for here when it comes to esports.
Yeah, it looks as though it may be a technical issue initially. Let's wait and see. As we've seen in the past, normally what that means is a restart, and we just play the time that was left on the clock, which in this case would be just 1 quarter, and the 22-point lead when the game froze, if I'm not mistaken. Turkey finishing strong though, Vince. Really finishing strong. Here we go. We're back. Yeah, 40 seconds left here. Excuse me. 4 minutes, 20 seconds left here in the fourth quarter, and the 23-point lead for Turkey. So don't worry. Here we go.
Nope.
Back in this one.
And thanks to the chat, Dello2K. Again, we couldn't see, it was a little blurry, but this. Sadly, one of the players got graded out. When you have an F in the game, basically, the system kicks you out of the game. All right, it happens all the time. I played 2K and it's basically natural. I didn't know it happened for this one as well. Did not know, because we never had that before. So as it was just graded out, and that's what kicked out.
Yeah, that has literally never happened in 3 years of the competition. So it's I am speechless. I must admit, I was looking at my notes at the time and looked up just to see that we were on the screen. So, wow, I'm actually speechless, probably, which doesn't happen to me, as you know full well, mate.
But this happens, all right? And if you guys know, you're gamers, things like this happen all the time. You know how talented Breaker the Beast is. Don't get it twisted. You know, he's one of the top guards in the game. People have an off night, and this is just an off game. But as you see, France is still fighting, but now just throwing up and chucking up because, you know what? Things are happening. So let's just see what's happening, because I've never seen a shot like that either.
Wow. So, yes. Look. Adversity can be a good thing. Turkey take nothing away from them. We saw how switched on 𝙤𝙬 was, not happy with just booking the seat to Sweden. And he said that in the interview. We're not satisfied. We're not done yet. He held up the 4 fingers. He wants the 4th ring. He wants to be champion of Europe. And nobody in the world can convince us otherwise that he's literally a man on a single mission right now. Has the whole team in harmony right now with a 25-point lead over the French. 2.5 minutes to play in the fourth. It is going to be a clean sweep. They are going to be the champs of Europe, Vince. And France will have to go back to the drawing board, because this wasn't pretty, mate. We were talking a lot pre-prod, off air, wondering, what does it mean if you lose? You're going to Sweden if you're in the final no matter what. What does it mean if you lose? Is it going to be a chip on the shoulder? Not when you lose like this, mate. This is devastating.
Well, I'm going to say this is also ammunition. All right, this happened. This is the game. We have winners. Beautiful 3. We have losers. But, I mean, you got to sometimes hit bottom to climb to the top. And sometimes my old saying is that the top of one mountain is the bottom of another. So you got to go up, and this right here can be the fuel to the fire, because at the end of the day, we still need to find out who was going to be crowned champion in the Europe region. We had to find out. And now we can say Turkey is having that target on their back. Now the world is going at them. They're like the Lannisters, all right? They want the land. They may always pay their debts, but everybody wants the coin. And man, oh man, they got a lot of coin right now, and maybe get real coin when they get to Sweden, Jönköping, with the chance of that 50,000 euro prize pool.
Yeah, wait, I feel you, man. You're right. They are the Lannisters, but it's like the Lannisters who also have a dragon. So this is absolutely phenomenal, man. Because I want to point out, rightly so, you and I have been of the opinion, as have many of the viewers in the community, that Breaker the Beast belongs in the NBA 2K League. Well, who on the biggest stage, under the brightest lights, just gave him a graded out performance? None other than 𝙤𝙬, locking him up. Who, likewise, many have suggested, and I agree with as well, should be considered for the draft 100%. So this, for me, on literally the largest stage yet, is even further evidence that they both belong there. But the 𝙤𝙬𝙖 deserves that respect. Needs to be spoken about in exactly the same sentence.
Absolutely, he does. You know, we already know about his leadership skills. We also know his skill just on the court as well. And as you just said beautifully, it's been proven left and right. But when we get into the offline events, then you're going to see a whole different battle. And you know what? We've seen him do it once, and he definitely came out on top. So let's see if he can do it again when there's another bag on the line, and see if he still can keep that ice in his veins and keep his team going up, becoming one of the best teams in the world when it comes to NBA 2K.
Phenomenal performance here. It is going to be great, Vince. Only a couple of weeks, mate. You got your passport ready? Bags packed. Cannot wait. Looking forward to putting on my lucky loser hoodie. This is going to be something truly spectacular. What a finish here for Turkey. They will once again be crowned champions of Europe. Their fans in chat are absolutely loving it. Let's take nothing away from what has been a sublime tournament and performance for the French as well. And I love how their community and their nation and the players are coming together behind them. Sweden is going to be phenomenal. I do agree with you that psychologically they can take these L's here, turn them around and use them for their betterment. But credit given where it is due, Turkey are once again the giants of Europe. And that man right there, 𝙤𝙬𝙖, Captain Fantastic, does it again. Turkey, you're champions of Europe.